started this. Let's go.
No, I was just texting you.
Okay. Standing by, standing by. I think we're live, ladies and gentlemen and viewers. Welcome again to tonight's official coverage of Rainlight Racing's 2025 GT4 series. It is round 4. We are at Zolder. We must thank Crossy43. We must thank True to Life Racing Designs, and again SIMBLACKS on board with Rainlight Racing in 2025, which means freaking awesome prizes, ladies and gentlemen. You got to get involved with these guys. They give away the best shit out there. And of course, MATCHFIT streaming to you live, which means you get Davo here and J-Man right by my side. How you doing, my friend?
Yeah, evening, Davo. Evening, viewers. Good to be back here again on a Monday night. That was almost so perfect. It was like you'd done that before.
I like it was scripted.
Davo. Yeah, it was almost scripted, like. But no, look, hey, it's great to be back here on a Monday night. Absolutely love this format. Love the GT4s. I think I've said it once. I'll say it again. Rainlight Racing really coming up with some cool initiatives in the sim racing platform, and I just think we've seen a little bit of GT4s over the last few years, but not too much. So I love
not
it.
enough.
Yeah, I'm a big fan, and look, the racing's been fantastic here. Very, very good results the other week from young.
Sam. Is it Sam? I think Wozniak.
Yep.
Yeah, great, and obviously very great to talk to him at the end of the night, and yeah, it's a good dominant performance
from a very young fella, so which is cool.
Which we only found out last week. So so yeah, congrats, Sam, and welcome obviously to Rainlight Racing. Been around for a few weeks, and yeah, definitely name to remember. Going forward, J-Man, but here we are. It's round 4. We're at Zolder. Tricky little technical track, my friend.
Oh my gosh, is it what? Obviously got the good couple of chicanes in there that just to really throw a spanner in the works. So, but no, really, really entertaining turn 1 here in 2-3. So that first sector through the fast left-hander, turn 1, and then effectively the double rights into 2-3. I just think the way that these cars move around, it's going to be a great spot for the cameras to be on tonight. I think there'll be opposing lines. We've talked already this season, already 3 rounds in, heading into this round 4, about the ability for certain cars just to perform slightly different. We've seen that the Mercedes slightly better on the nose, not so good on the exit compared to some of the other cars. I think the Porsches obviously have been quite dominant as well. So be interesting to see, expecting big things from the likes of Webley out of his Porsche. And then once again, Costas Makrolos and that big Camaro has just had that thing on the button.
Oh, amazing. And look, like you were just sort of talking about there, was just some of the way some of these cars react to the curbs than others, like between the different brands. And Zolder, it's got those killer friggin' chicanes. It's just, they can really make or break your night. And what a night it's going to be. Look, and if it does break your night in one of these races, we have got some serious quickfire stuff going on here again for round 4 at Zolder. I think
triple header.
It's another triple header. I think we've had 3, maybe 4, 3, yes, already throughout the season. Super quickfire stuff. 15-minute races, J-Man, and 5-minute qualifying sessions. So literally, these guys, they're in qualifying now. They're going out for pretty well 1 lap if they. And if they get it done quick enough and they're early out of the pits, they might get a 3rd lap in. So yeah, pretty well 1 flying lap, isn't it? It's a hot lap style thing, isn't it?
Yeah, and tricky stuff too, mate, because with all these chicanes, and there's effectively a good 3 of them in here to contend with.
Yes, definitely.
The first one, which we can just see, Costas Makrolos just navigating right there with Gunther Rote just behind him as well. And then I think that was young Sam Wozniak that was in behind them as well. Easy
Yes,
to
it
get
is.
a track cut there, and you know what that means with these ones. Unless you're one of the first, what we saw certainly at Bathurst was if you're one of the first 4 cars out, you're likely going to get another flyer. But if you're a bit late out the blocks, it'll be one and done. So
yes,
as we see the first 3, which is Macrolos, Rowe, and it is Wozniak, all heading out of the final chicane, heading down to the final chicane, because there is another one.
This is the last one, isn't it? It's this final little complex of corners here, and the pit entry lane actually runs right off the end of there. So in compulsory pit stop races, very awkward little braking area for the boys, but not tonight here with the 15-minute races. J-Man, eyes on Gunther Rowe at the moment. Hits the top of the list, quickly pipped by Craig McConnell.
Macrolos's was non-classified, so we talked about the track cuts. There was clearly a track cut in there. Did get across the line with plenty of time to get one more done, but I believe it will only be one more. It won't be this one and one more. So Nick Firth to the top now on a 36.850.
Very nice, very nice. Look good.
Some healthy 35s in official practice. So can they deliver more than that? What are the track conditions? That will be a big factor on it. It's a fast track. 20 ambient, 24 tracks, so not optimal out there yet, Davo.
But yeah, a little bit more to go. But yeah, seeing the usual suspects. Look, Firth, you just mentioned, was pretty handy in pre-race practice, so no surprise to see him up the top there. And it can be a little bit of a lottery, you know, like you just hit one of those curbs the wrong way, and you will bleed tenths off, if not seconds, and the rest of the lap can be immaculate, you know. So it really is a tricky little circuit. Not everyone's favourite, I suspect. Look, to be honest, it's definitely not mine. I've driven here a couple of times, and yeah, the curbs get me every time.
Macrolos looking good. Just got one more corner to negotiate, and he comes out
nice and clean.
Yeah, squeezes the power on as he comes out of that final turn. He'll bank a lap here.
There
Goes to the top on the 35.9.
Perkins as well on fire, I think, and that was Gunther Rowe just coming across the line. He slots himself into 4th position provisionally.
Where is Webley?
Now, Webley in one of the Porsche KNs.
Yeah, he's about to complete his lap, and this will be the only one he gets. Obviously a non-classified lap the first time around. This one does look good.
Just rolling out of the final corner there, J-Man.
He's going to be somewhere there or thereabouts looking at the Delta.
Ooh, second position. Very nice. Tidy work.
But Perkins, he's coming in hot. What's he got? 7 to 8 tenths. What's that going to do? 37.3. Going to drop him well inside the 36s. Could go as high as 5th position here. Maybe
watch
4th,
this.
but I think 5th.
Watch this jump.
Oh, P3. Wow. It was good at the end, 36.4.
And I just noticed Dawson actually sneaking in there in front of
Pete Dawson in there.
Yeah, in front of Firthy there. So nice work from Dawson.
Yeah,
wow.
Is he? No, I think the session's over.
Session's over.
So Macrolos over Webley, Perkins, Dawson, Firth, Kim, Crossland, Rowe, McConnell, Foster around the 10 class, Goddard, Sykes, Goble was the Foster to round out what is to be a 16-car field here tonight, round 4 at Zolder in the Rainlight Racing GT4 series.
Yeah, so look, the only Macrolos in the 35s, look, a whole bunch of 36s and 7s there, J-Man filling the top 10 in obviously Webley, Perkins, Dawson, Firth, Kim, Crossland, Rowe, McConnell in the Mercedes, and Foster actually sneaking in there in the Maserati, clearly the best sounding car on track tonight once again. Let's have a quick look. I think we got the points up there actually, just while the boys are just getting themselves sorted out for before race.
Yep. So that is up there, and as you can see, golf scores. It's golf scores all around. So
it is golf scores. Yes.
We'll give a little golf clap for the golf scores. Now, Webley at the top still, pretty commanding season there. Webley, very consistent. You can see there, 2-2-2. So he's, the lower the score, the better the result. Prune Tracy, no Prune Tracy tonight.
No.
Interesting. So that'll be Firth potentially could be a benefactor there. But Danny Kim cost us Macrolos. And you just saw Macrolos go pole. So good opportunity for Macrolos to make amends to what was a very, very difficult round 3 there, copying their 18 points there. So, and then also as we go down, Dawson, good qualifying, Craig McConnell, George Goddard, Gunther Rowe, Steve Cross on the round out the 10. Now they're all there in the 10.
They're all there. Like all of those, we're just rattling through the points board there, and those guys literally are in the top 10. So just shows you how tight these guys have been racing from week to week, mate. Like to see them here again at Zolder, as I think they are just joining grid now.
Yeah, so it's just been laid on the grid there, getting ready to go. But going further down through the field, Foster, Worcester, Perkins, Glass, Goebel, Warren, etc. So there's definitely still positions to be made. Still got a couple rounds to go. Obviously, round 4 and then round 5, the Nordschleife. Now that one's a little bit bigger. That's a 60-minute.
So final round.
That one.
Yep, final round next week, J-Man, with the Green Hell for 60 minutes. Now we've called a few.
We have had the luxury of calling a few at the Nordschleife
just recently. Yep,
which is pretty cool. It's one that obviously has only come to us in recent times, but well, on this platform anyway. But
look, always great fun, and as daunting as it is, like the boys really do rave about it. It's after they finish. I think the last one we called was a wet race. So that was
fantastic too.
Challenging for the boys.
Yep.
But here we are at Zolder tonight for, of course, Rainlight Racing's 2025 GT4 series. It's Series 8. For Rainlight Racing, it is round 4. We are at Zolder, vastly different to the Nords circuit. J-Man, with its tricky little curbs and chicanes, and quite a technical circuit. Good, solid 16 in here, and look, like we were just talking about, that top 10 group fighting for championship points, and all in the top 10 in the championships, and the top 10 on track at the moment. It's going to be some interesting racing. This mid-pack is going to be epic.
Yeah, you better believe it. And I think this battle out the front here, this Macrolos Webley, it's one we've been, waiting to see consistently all season. These guys will go at it, and it'll be interesting to see who joins that party. Perkins with an outstanding qualifying.
Oh, you know what he's like in a GT4 McLaren, J-Man? He's like we've been watching him for the last few rounds. Very quick. Lily Glass actually back. Was she not here last week? I feel. But Lily Glass, yep.
No, I think she was. Yep.
Yeah, so she's back in the Aston, warming the tyres from everyone. So Glass just out of the top 10 in 11th, but Foster there in the Maserati. Listen out for that. We might get some in-car on that one because that sounds epic, that thing. Further down the field, Goddard in 12th in the Chevy. Sykes in the number 13 Mercedes-Benz. Goebel, another Chevy. Wozniak really struggling to get that car up to pace. We saw him dominate last week. So interesting to see him down the back of the pack, but still definitely one to watch. And of course, Kenneth Worcester in the Porsche, rounding out the top 16, J-Man.
Oh yeah, and they'll start to formate side by side as we see that now heading down just before the final chicane, and that final chicane will potentially upset the formation.
Yep.
Yeah, the perfect formation, but they'll sort it out now. As you can see Perkins there frantically trying to get something into the front of those tyres. So he's not happy with maybe where the pressures are at, but oh, they did a good job coming through there.
They have done a good job. Just watch this start, ladies and gentlemen. Rainlight Racing 2025 GT4s at Zolder. We're about to go green. Oh, who's that tucked right up behind? It's Crosson in the number 43 SIMBLACKS Chevy, tucked right up behind Nick Firth there, looking for a bit of a move.
With a good move on Perkins early.
Definitely good move on Perkins there on turn 3. Crosson looks like he might have suffered there and going back with Kim. Just
Perkins gets it back. It wasn't done.
And Crossland looks like running wide as well. We'll just stick on Crossland here because look at what's going on right beside him here. It's McConnell, it's Goddard, it's Goebel. They're all at it.
2 abreast down to the chicane. They'll have to organise this. Oh, and that looked like Goddard with a little bit of a wheel on the grass just heading into the first chicane. Tricky stuff.
Pushed him back a little bit there.
Get away with it.
Firth, Kim, Crossland back in that pack now. Firthy. Starting pace not so as good as obviously Kim and Rowe behind him.
A lot of time to rest here too. 15-minute races.
You got to get up to speed. Look, Perkins with a great start. Also Dawson getting a position there early. So these guys good starters in the first half of this lap, J-Man. And as they roll up towards the final complex of corners here.
Yeah, Macrolos looking good on the opening lap. Webley's gone with him, but the 3/4 of a second would be the difference through the better part of that lap. So he got the jump, and then it's just maintained that. They've got a bit of a gap, and you can see Dawson Perkins going at it again.
So Dawson doesn't want to actually go with Perkins. He wants to go in front of Perkins.
He's going to have to be careful here because they got Nick Firth, and he'll tuck that down on the inside if Dawson's not careful. Oh, he gives him a little rub up mid-corner there, and actually pushes Firthy a little bit wide. Just lost a little bit of front in the mid-phase of that corner. He's got to be careful because Danny Kim looked really, really strong on the opening lap, and we've got to move for position with Gunther Rowe.
Heated battle.
I think that's Foster. Yeah, it is James Foster in the Maserati. So that was a good move there. Gets it done, and it's actually allowed Steve Crossland to sweep around the outside heading into the chicane, and McConnell lined up too. So often here, when you get taken, it's not by one, it's by multiple. Now Crossland straight back to work on his old mate Gunther Rowe as well. So
yeah, good mates, Rowe and Crossland, but no love lost on the track, J-Man. It is on like pretty well all the way through the field. Yes, it is only lap 2.
Oh, big dive from McConnell down the inside, and he actually just got out of it, and it's a compounding.
Who got that? Yeah, so it was Goddard. Yeah, it was Goddard just getting a nick on the back of McConnell there. Yeah, and turned himself around. Unfortunate.
Yeah, so
Constantina effect.
That was from McConnell checking up on Foster.
Yep. So these guys so close together at the moment and just missing their brake marks. Look at them coming down into one here. I think this is Worcester, Goebel, Goddard.
Yeah. Oh, someone's wide. No. Goddard was wide. Turn 1, pushing hard.
So it's Glass, Sykes, Worcester, Goebel, and Goddard's back. So the back car's Goebel there. So yes.
Dawson.
We were thinking
pressure on Perkins.
We thought that the mid pack was going to be epic. Look at these guys down the back of the pack there fighting it out.
Oh, Crossland over
Foster.
Foster, yeah. Good little exchange there.
So I'm not sure. We're just getting a replay on that now. It actually looked like Foster got up beside.
Yeah, he did. He changed a couple of times.
So It's just an exchange.
And he's back on them again. So that Maserati looking really, really strong through the tighter stuff. And here he goes again. He's outside, inside, Crossy covering. McConnell goes for another look down the inside. The gap closes pretty quickly.
Doesn't it what? Especially down at that very tight right-hander after a fairly fast bit of track as they climb up over that hill.
Hey, WB, good to have Warren Baker tuning in. What's he saying? Going for his buddies, Webley and Lee, of course, crossing Gunther. Have a good call, lad. Thank you very much, mate. Always good to see you tuning in. Now, speaking of the names you just mentioned, Webley obviously trying to go with Makalos, but he's kind of about 1.7 off now. It's just hovering out there on his own, although we have has a positional change for Firth and Dawson. So Dawson was the hunter when it came to Lee Perkins, but now he's become the hunted from Firthy, looking good, and that's that corner we talked about, 1, 2, 3. Certainly a good sizable option to make a pass, but it just hangs. He just hangs Firthy up in the middle of the corner. Look at that. No. Danny Kim capitalises with the run, and that's
Rowe. That's Rowe taking advantage as well.
Yeah, and he'll get this. Oh,
gets a bit of hip and shoulder.
Got the Rowe. Just wanted a little bit more real estate. Maybe that Mercedes is fatter than we think. Firthy gets bumped back. Good recovery, though. He manages to gather it up and press on.
Yeah, Porsche good in the sand.
Kim down the inside.
Gets it done. Kim's down the inside.
And look at that, Rowe just takes the sweeping line.
Look at the pace from Rowe's Mercedes at the moment. Really got that thing hooked up. Really taking it to these guys, Kim and Dawson, who are having a bit of a fist fight themselves. Look how close the field is behind them there. Behind Rowe.
Tight. Yep. And then that battle there, still with Foster, and it's McConnell now. So Crossland has gone back again. Sam Wozniak's looking to take him into turn 1 here. Sweeps around the outside, fully committed.
Now, look, I saw Wozniak in pre-race practice, and he was struggling badly with that T1. And look at it here.
Yeah.
In the replay, getting it done.
That's a busy little pack there up ahead of them, starting from Pete Dawson, Daddy Kim, Gunther Rowe, Nick Firth.
Yep.
Foster and McConnell just about to join that pack. 7 3/4 minutes left to go. There's plenty of time left. It was a 15-minute race, so we're just approaching the halfway mark now.
Very, very busy. Just looking.
Hungry.
Let's get over the back wing of Dawson's car, and Danny Kim, full attack mode in the Mercedes-Benz. He has, I think, lost Gunther Rowe a little bit. Just got a little bit of space between him and Rowe there now at the moment, and he's able to focus on the back of Dawson's car. But this track, just twos and fro's, it's so difficult. You only got to get one of these corners a little bit, these chicanes, J-Man.
Well, they're the great equaliser, aren't they, really? Although they're all really, really hungry on them now. Worcester, Crossland, Glass, all to the back. What has gone on there? So Crossland, second to last. We've just missed something there because Crossland was engaged in a battle with Wozniak, between Wozniak and Sykes. He's gone back another 4 spots.
Okay, here we go. Just picking up the end of it on the replay there. Looks like Crossland in the Chevy and Glass involved, and it looked like another car there, J-Man. So yes, definitely.
Yep.
More than 2 cars involved there, and moving
Foster,
back down to the
field. Like what I'm seeing out of Foster this week in the Maserati. The Maserati actually looks really, really good here.
Comfortable over the curbs is the key.
Yeah,
I think it's
Zolder. It just
older.
looks like it's got some good punch off of the out of the chicanes. It just looks like he's got good acceleration.
Yeah, yeah, just being able to pick that throttle up always helps. Who is that?
Oh, there's
that
a
is
car
Nick Firth.
rotated.
That's
Looked like Nick Firth.
Oh, that's Nick Firth and Gunther Road. Let's get back on that one as well.
Those two had been into a little bit of contact in that part of the racetrack earlier in the race, and look, it's come to a head again. So what's happened there? Firthy's just looking like he's just taking a little bit to get going.
So those boys, like you said, exactly the same bit of track, very similar situation. Roles reversed there though, J-Man. So tricky situation.
Oh, it was a tricky situation.
So that's gifted a couple of positions there, obviously. So the leaderboard has changed somewhat. Not up the top though, mind you, with Costas Makalos out in front and
doing the business.
Oh, just look at it. Another postcode you can see back. That's Webley in the Porsche and Perkins in the distance. And way back down there, that's where the fight has been. I tell you, and it has been a fight. Pretty well from Dawson back.
Sykes Wozniak. So was that Wozniak just making another pass, or
could quite possibly
was that Sykes attacking? Danny Kim, Pete Dawson, still a good battle going on.
Okay, so Wozniak is back from... Sykes is back from Wozniak. Oh, there you go. Hang on. Where is my data going? Oh, there he is.
Yeah, Wozniak's up 7 spots. Sykes is up 4. Goebel's up 4.
So good work from both.
He's got a lot of pressure on him. Here's James Sykes. He's just applying the blowtorch to the back of young Sam Wozniak.
Literally.
Kind of penthouse to shithouse. 7 days, makes.
3.5 minutes to go, J-Man. Absolutely right. Big change from last week. But yeah, just watch that space though, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, young Sam getting his head around that Mercedes now and making a march forward. Goddard in the Chevy. Chevy on Chevy here, J-Man. Goebel and Goddard. Yep. So these guys going hard out. We've seen great battles throughout the field early in the race. Obviously, look, the back of the pack were going off. Moved.
Oh, bit of a run here for Goddard, because Goebel just dropped the wheel in the kitty litter on the outside of turn 2.
He's going to get it done.
Turn 3, sorry.
Gets it done. Also, Foster and McConnell close as well. And I think even Sykes and Wozniak were quite close. You could just see that back a shot.
Goebel, did he? Oh, there's been an incident. Wozniak and Sykes down at the chicane. So they just get going. But such short races, only just over 2 minutes left to go.
Oh, so that was interesting. Not sure what was going on there. It almost looked like Wozniak
Foster McConnell
pulled that car up early. It looked like, it just looked first up that the Wozniak car did slow a little bit prematurely. But yeah, Sykes ranging up on the back of that car very quickly. Getting a tap on the back.
McConnell, Davo,
so close
is the battle stuff right now. It's super, super good. It's been going on for a while. Obviously, McConnell got him.
Worcester over.
Crossed into the pits. What was? Oh, he had a drive-through.
Oh no!
Track limits. Worcester
Goebel.
Worcester Goebel's a good battle as well.
It's all going on here.
Well, they know it's only a short period of time left to go, so it's time to go.
Worcester starting well down the pack too, J-Man. We saw him in that, like those, right at the back of the pack. And look at him here. He's in the top 10. It looks like he might be able to pip another position. We've still got a minute to go, so he's going to get another lap out of this.
Yep.
To get it done.
Out there, just under, what, 6 seconds, 5.5, 6 seconds.
Just smashing it out.
He's absolutely unstoppable here at the moment, but yeah, Worcester, Goble, that's a good battle. Foster and
so Wozniak
down.
and Sykes have redressed their situation, so they're back nose to tail again. And back at it.
Okay, the leader is on the final lap now. Give it all you can.
So we've got the leader on the final lap now.
Big look down the inside from Sykes on Wozniak. They're going to be side by side.
Wozniak's going to have the inside. Line.
Glasses in there as well. Oh, it's going to be busy. Oh, misses the apex.
These guys
does
not giving up right to the end. They've got another lap here.
They have.
Anything could happen.
Hey, and Perkins is caught right up on the back of Brandon Webley in this last lap as well. He's 0.4 of a second. Is Webley in fuel trouble here? What's going on? Because the gap is depleted. Try and get an idea on the throttle trace. No, he's 100% in the gas. Oh, no, he's 100% off. I think he's in fuel trouble here. Can't even fight it. There goes Perkins. Perkins for a P2.
Wow.
Webley is 3/4 at best throttle. He's just coaxing this thing home. Oh, I think she's
it's out.
Nearly out of gas. Here comes the pack. Here comes Pete Dawson, Daddy Kim. That'll be without a doubt, unless he can go 100% throttle out of this corner, which I don't think he can.
There it is. There it is. He's out.
Macrolos across the line.
The leader has finished the race.
Takes a victory.
Perkins not too far behind. Webley is going to lose multiple. Will he even get that thing to the line? J-Man. We see that car coasting into the chicane. He's already lost Perkins, Dawson, Kim, McConnell, Foster. We're over the rear wing of Webley.
Look, I think he's
Here
going to
comes Goble, Worcester. Who's going to push him? No one. So tough gig there as we see the fields go through. Like I said, Foster, Goble, Worcester, Goddard, Wozniak, Sykes, Crossland's going to be next. Firth.
I think Crossland's going to get him. I think Crossland might get him here.
Is he the last one on track? I think Firthy's the last one on track.
Yeah. He's coming down at 10k an hour. Is he on the starter? Here comes Crossy. Crossy got him.
Big skiddies from Crossy.
Crossy's going to back up.
He's going to back it up. Oh, no. Here we go. Firth, he didn't get him either.
Crossy should just park in front of him now.
So, good.
Look at
that. Here.
Good, mate.
Crossy in the number 43, SIMBLACKS. Chevy there pushing Brandon Webley across the line. Final 2 positions out of the 16. Good work, boys. Wow, what a freaking crazy race that was, my friend.
Yeah, unreal. Good stuff. Definitely good stuff. And I'll take note, Macrolos over Perkins over Dawson. So just take that note and we'll look to maybe see what we get at the end of 3 for a bit of a chin wag.
Roger. Okay, we will take a very short intermission here tonight after race 1 there of Rainlight Racing's 2025 GT4 series. Back in a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. Hit the like and subscribe while you're there. Why not? Go on. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, from that short break. You've joined us once again for Rainlight Racing's 2025 GT4 series. It is round 4. We are at Zolder. We're going to thank SIMBLACKS for coming on board again with Rainlight Racing for 2025. We're going to thank True to Life Racing Designs and, of course, Crossy 43. Us guys, MATCHFIT, again, broadcasting for you guys. I'm Davo, J-Man right by my side. What a crazy friggin' race. Race 1 was, my friend.
Oh, unbelievable. Yeah, and look, no lack of feeling out there. There was a few close quarter incidents out there. I'm sure everything's fine. These guys are all good mates. But, yeah, certainly some high-intensity moments through the chicanes you mentioned earlier in that race. About, so close and then just checking up under brakes, and it just, there can be an incident that ends up getting created by maybe a miscue on the brakes, maybe 4 cars up the road. So just how tight it is, but I thought they all handled themselves beautifully, and cost us back a loss. Once again, just showing he's all class, hence why
he rolled across the line well in front of the field, didn't he, J-Man?
He's in the top 5 of this championship. I think if it wasn't for a bad result at Bathurst, he'd be still at the top. So he was looking for redemption with a couple of rounds to go.
Absolutely. And what a fight it was. Pretty well all the way through the field. I think the top 3 had sort of stretched out their legs out a little bit by about half race, but the melee behind the boys were like at it all the way through the field. So some good close stuff, and Zolder again biting hard. I think
much better track conditions out there for Q2, Davo viewers. We have got an optimum track at 21.
Very nice.
Ambient 27 track. So expect the times. I expect to see 3 or 4 probably times dropping into the 35s this session. The first would be, I think, definitely Macrolos. I think Webley can do it. Firth can do it.
Firth showing some good pace. Look, I'd just be interesting to see Wozniak's qualifying time in this session as well. He's actually just tucked in behind. I think that's Wozniak's car behind Nick Firth there on camera at the moment. But
he is. Yep.
Just like I said, saw him in pre-race practice. Did not look happy with the car or the track or something. Just wasn't gelling. And then we saw him towards the end of race 1 after starting from the back of the pack, and was really moving forward nicely. So watch that, I think, as well. Obviously Dawson finishing well, Perkins again finishing well. So some of these guys might not qualify like right up the pointy end, but they seem to rise there anyway, like at the end of the night. Although I just see Perkins across the line, provisionally second in behind Macrolos, obviously on the top spot.
Yeah, Webley about to come through. Hopefully he's managed to get this thing all right in respect of no track cuts. He will have one more go at it. Where does it put him? Goes P2, 36.2. So not as many 35s as I would have thought. I certainly saw a few more in official practice.
Again,
Wozniak with a 138. So you mentioned he was struggling earlier. Crossing with a big lose. Big lose down into the second chicane. Grabs the fence very, very heavily. To Steve Crossland. Parks the car back in pits. That'll be his qualifying done. Sykes is in the pits as well. His quali's over. So you'll start to see them all heading back towards the pits now. 5-minute qualifying sees you probably get at best 2 flyers.
And look at the pace of Macrolos there.
Yep. 35.780 is his best.
Did he get across there?
Nah. 35.4 was the last one, and it wasn't unallowed. So.
And as is Webley's as well, I think, is it?
Yeah, he's on a track cut as well. There's no real good-looking deltas out there at the moment. Everything looks pretty status quo, so I think you could probably call it Macrolos over Webley. Status quo is race 1. Perkins, Dawson, Firth. Cross and Rowe, McConnell, Foster, Kim. Very similar through the mid top, maybe top 5.
Yep.
A little bit of a shuffle around after that of positions, but not by a lot.
And now just seeing Foster bringing across the Maserati in 9th, J-Man, there, right at the end. So
good speed on that car tonight. Looks good.
Yeah, look, it finished race 1 well, and all the way through the race looked pretty handy. So nice work from Foster in the best sounding car on track here again tonight. So we've making our calculations already. We've got the MATCHFIT abacus out, and we're taking notes, and we will, because it's a triple round, wham bam, thank you ma'am, round here tonight at Zolder with 3 quick-fire 15-minute races and even quicker, obviously, 5-minute qualifying sessions. So we're taking notes. We will crunch the numbers.
Currently you've got Macrolos over Perkins, Dawson, Kim, McConnell, Foster, Goebel, Worcester, Goddard, and Wozniak to round out the 10 after race 1. So we'll give you an update after race 2, and then we'll have a chat to the top 3 at the end of race 3. Back in a sec.
Back in a sec. No, we won't be back in a sec. We are still here, and we are going to thank again, obviously, SIMBLACKS for coming on board again with Rainlight Racing in 2025. You know what that means, people. We get awesome giveaways. SIMBLACKS always delivering on quality product when it comes to your sim gear. So I think, obviously, their website link in our description just below. But get on board. What are they giving away, you ask? What are they giving away? Random draw at the end of this 5-round set. So that's next week, ladies and gentlemen. If you have met all the terms and conditions for the series giveaway, you will win a Neo X Hub from SIMBLACKS, care of SIMBLACKS, and solid bit of kit. If you're not sure what it is, Google it, guys. Check it out. Solid stuff. And obviously, giveaways every week. $50 for randomly given away by these good people here at Rainlight Racing. Sorry if I seem a bit distracted because I'm just looking out the window and it looks like it's bloody raining. So
Jesus. What happened to the weather, David?
So that just caught me off guard there, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll get a little bit of vision here so you guys can see what I'm looking at here. As they set the cars on grid, ready for race 2. Quali's over. And the boys and girls are out there now looking at that. I'm sure there is just mayhem on the setups there, J-Man, as they try and work out what they want to hit tyre-wise. Says the rain's going to clear, but these races are short. What are your thoughts?
Oh, yeah. So this will be very, very entertaining based on the fact that it's proper wet.
It's not entertaining enough in the dry. You know, like just look at that, just bucketing down. It looks like southeast Queensland the last few days. Which, mind you, is MatchFit Entertainment's HQ, which we are in southeast Queensland, and we have just been smashed over the last few days. So we are so glad to be online and bringing this all to you now.
Starting from pit lane.
And I see somebody else just pulling aside there, J-Man, in the background. Looks like one of the Mercedes-Benz. I'm not sure who that was. Is that Wozniak? It might have been Wozniak. I don't know. Could have been.
Just doing a tyre check, making sure everybody's
So,
seeing sense and sanity in their decision making.
Well, I don't know. Look, I think
They are. Everyone on a wet.
We are taken aback as much as I'm sure these guys are, but yeah, like everyone, whoever that is, that just comes sneaking up the outside there again. Who is that?
Gunther Rowe to the pit lane.
That'll be Gunther Rowe's car. That's the one.
Right.
So, some connection issues there. That car just a little bit in and out of vision.
Maybe a little bit much water.
The Gorilla.
On track and at home.
Yeah, well, it's one of the Gorilla Racing
yeah, what
cars, and he's
Queensland.
he's Queensland as well, mate.
He might be a Gold Coast lad. Or
no, might be high tide at the moment, you know. Like, and so they might be struggling a little bit over there as well. But yeah,
this will be interesting based on the fact that you know, we saw how dominant Macrolos was. Oh, sorry, we're away. Oh, no, we're just really pumping some heat into the tyres here. Took off. They absolutely checked out Macrolos and Webley. Race directions probably said to them, whoa, boys, just back it up.
I'll let the field catch up. We've got to remember formation. We're gentlemen. We've got a race here.
Yeah.
So that's Macrolos and Webley. This is just the intent. Look at these guys. They're already formed up. They're waiting for the field. They are so G'd up, these two.
Yeah. I think I would have spent the first half of the lap with the brake bias full forward and ridden the brake all the way around. And in the back half, I'd have probably been trying to smash those rear tyres. TC off. I actually don't think they have a lot of TC, do they? I don't think they do.
I don't think they do. We are certainly going to find out, I tell you, in these sort of conditions, as we do have a staggered grid, obviously, with a couple of boys dropping back to the pits in Perkins and Gunther Rowe. The boys trying to hold formation there. Good jump at the front there with
Crossland into the back of Dawson.
They all seem to deal with it, although crossing a little bit wide there, J-Man and Macrolos and Webley going at it.
Webley was looking for a cut back down underneath. He just got his timing a little bit wrong.
McConnell losing the position to Foster, or have they? They're side by side. Foster trying to get that car back on track. Losing a couple of positions. Oh, Foster still trying to gather that up. Look at what's going on behind him.
Yeah, look at that Danny Kim in there as well. He's trying to thread the needle, but there's a Maserati and a Mercedes in the way. And that's Lily Glass looking for an outside move on Kim. She's going to run out of real estate there.
And you just can't see. We get out of the car in Glass's car. She hasn't even got the wipers on. We'll get one more up. Kim with the wipers on, but still the spray full on. Amazing.
Better start there for Crossland and Firthy. I think both those guys just, status quo. Goddard moving up a couple of spots already.
Into the final complex here. Macrolos.
Remember, Perkins and Rowe started from pit lane, so they are 15th, 16th.
So Macrolos and Webley away.
Yeah, and Webley a lot closer now in these conditions.
Oh,
big understeer moment for a Macrolos.
Holds the inside
Webley
line.
Was in the same position here last time. Can he time the cutback?
Crossland losing a position.
I think he can this time.
In the back.
Here he goes down the inside. Down the inside. Close it off. Hold the inside line down the... Yeah, beautiful. Just place the car in the right spot there, did Webley. But Macrolos going to come at him with a run down to the chicane. Cross and McConnell. They're swapping positions as well. And who's that? That's Goddard in there as well.
So quick replay of the exchange into two here between Webley. Webley really using the Porsche's rear end grip to his advantage there, J-Man.
Oh, another good replay if you want it between Goddard at Crossan and McConnell down to that first chicane. It's a beautiful bit of driving from Crossan. Goddard just giving each other enough space to do it. Too wide through the middle of the chicane. You don't often see that coming out successfully, but yeah, interesting. Webley. Now, what can he do with a bit of fresh air? Wozniak, Foster. That's going on as well.
So plenty going on, ladies and gentlemen. The camera guys working overtime. Dawson Firth.
Dawson with a good run out of the final corner then. So you can see Firthy already holding that sort of midline, trying to cover off any attack into turn one. Can Dawson look for an over under here? I think the Porsche is just too good on the nose through this phase of corners, as we just see Goebel going back a couple there. Oh no, just one. That was Ken Worcester.
So yeah, Worcester Goebel at it in the background there, J-Man, like you mentioned. Look at that.
Bonnet up on the Kim Mercedes in the back of shop there.
Or
Dawson.
So good covering from Firthy there.
Yeah,
in the Firth and Hassan Porsche.
Yeah, the Fiffen House. He's got that Porsche really hooked up. He knows where to place the car to try and cover off the attack. And look at this train behind him of Dawson, McConnell, Goddard.
Yeah, you sort of almost feel like whether he's the old guy in the fast lane there.
Yep.
Just holding all those boys up, all the tradies wanting to get to work.
It won't be too long, I think, before Foster and Wozniak get there as well, if it's going to go like this, because, yeah, the defensive driving certainly bottles the pack up.
And then it's on. And that's what we love, J-Man.
Oh.
We are just under 10 minutes to run here. Quick fire stuff here. 3 races tonight, 15 minutes each.
Webley out to a 2.3 second lead over Macrolos. Macrolos got 5.5 over Firthy.
How long can he keep it up though?
Yeah, Firthy with a little bit of breathing space now. He's got 3/4 of a second over Dawson. We're heading towards 1 second. So he actually made really, really good out of the final turn and down through turn one. He actually had the thing hooked up there. But Crossan now looking for an inside move on Goddard. Goddard got a nice sweep round the outside, negated any attack down the inside from the SIMBLACKS Camaro of Steve Crossan, but he's right on the bumper now. We back a shot there. Foster very, very loose out of turn 3. Gives Sam Wozniak the opportunity to sweep around the inside.
At the back there.
And in the back a shot as well. Danny Kim now with a little bit of a wounded Mercedes starting to apply the blowtorch to Ben Goebel. Good racing going on here now. A little bit of few gaps forming now. Dawson a second behind Firthy, another second to McConnell. McConnell, nothing but a cigarette paper between himself and George Goddard. And we do see Kim make that move.
Yeah, finally on Goebel there.
On Ben Goebel. Mr. Grippy. I bet she is wishing for more of that.
Yeah, Goebel's stepping aside there.
Goddard, McConnell fakes it to the inside, thinks better of it, pulls out. Nothing wrong with pulling out. It's a safe option.
Well, I think that's what he was thinking right there, J-Man, without going.
That was Gunther. Was that? Oh, it's a Gunther Rowe. So something's happened down the back there. Lily Glass or Gunther Rowe. Lily Glass backing it up, getting the 027 Aston Martin back going again. So something happened there. Wozniak Foster's just been another change of position there.
So, like I suspected, Wozniak just sort of slowly getting used to that car, but Foster, I think Foster made a small unforced error and let him pass. I think he wants the position back. So, watch that space. the grunt of the Mercedes, though, of Wozniak. Just holding Foster at bay.
For me, McConnell, Goddard, Crossland. I think
that's where it's at. That's where it's at the moment. Dawson, McConnell, Goddard, Crossland. It is actually J-Man. That is Dawson.
There's some action to be had there in the next 7 minutes. Excuse me.
So track's definitely dry. It looks like it's dry. A little bit less spray.
Yeah, no rain falling. A lot of cars out there without the wipers on now.
And remembering, these guys all started on a wet tyre. So.
Yeah, damp track now. So those tyres will be starting to make a bit of temperature now.
Obviously going to change the dynamic of the way these things want to deal with everything. As we see, who's that out wide there in the background? That's Crossland looking for a bit of water there.
Yeah, I think it was.
So we saw Crossland there just chasing that bit of damp track.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Webley's cars really responded to these changeable conditions because he just ran a 140.1. So he's the only car in the low 40s, actually the only car in the 140 bracket last lap around. It was a legit lap and it was the fastest lap of the race. So he's making time. It's Daddy Kim. Just getting a read there. So he's in P10, trying to chase up behind Worcester Wozniak. But it'll probably still about McConnell with the run on Dawson.
Dawson, get the
and
bad
if you can
bump.
hold this outside line, it'll give you a good inside run down to this next chicane. But look how busy it is behind Crossland.
It's side by side. And McConnell gets it done. And we talk about
beautiful move.
Oh, a bit of a touch there. A bit of a touch and a concertina there. Yep. Obviously, Goddard just having a check up. Crossland getting a touch at the back. There, who's that out in front? Was that? Oh, that was bloody McConnell back.
Yeah, into the fence.
Made a mistake there.
Yep.
Oh, so no, just picking the replay up there. And the power of the Mercedes getting away from him.
Goddard through on Dawson as well. Down the inside, final chicane. Gets it done. Pokes the car down there. Thanks for coming.
Chevy v Chevy. And again, I think Dawson was rattled. We're getting a replay on that as well out of that the series of corners before it. Really didn't have any momentum. Goddard gets up the inside. Dawson, he's just had nothing.
Oh, Macrolos, what has gone on? Macrolos
back at the pits.
the wrong way and then back to the pits. Not sure if we can get a replay on that.
We are trying to pick that up right now, and that car pulls up. I'm not sure where that is, actually.
It was down towards the end of the lap, wasn't it?
Unforced, just pulling that car up. Didn't look damaged. Okay. So interesting. Might have had a hardware failure, like you mentioned, J-Man. Oh, tough gig here. But look at Crossland.
Dawson.
Dawson.
Down the outside of Dawson. Dawson gives him some space.
Dawson going backwards. That's 2 positions in 2 laps.
Oh, Danny Kim dropping. He's in the fence as well. Well in the fence. First chicane.
Picking that up on the replay. Oh, gets it all wrong. Actually gets a tap on the back of, I think it...
Crossland's a shot for a podium here, mate. He's coming on strong, chasing down George Goddard.
Wow. Interesting. So Kim coming off second best. Looked like he missed his brake marker. Just got into the door of, I think it was Worcester's Porsche there. And come off second best.
Sykes with a drive-through. That'll be a track limits for James Sykes.
Recovering Perkins actually just coming up on the back of that Worcester Wozniak bunch of cars there. So the mid-pack going off. We've only just got a little over 2.5 minutes to go. Look at these boys chasing that little bit of wet track there. The whole train of cars there all went out for that bit of wet track.
Wozniak, Worcester, that's the change of position as well.
So there you go.
Worcester hold it around the outside.
Oh, out in the marbles, and that's Lee Perkins. It's still on.
Who started from pit lane. did Lee Perkins. Himself and Gunther Rowe started from pit lane. I like the option here from Perkins.
It doesn't get much better than this. 2 minutes to go.
Oh, big look down the inside.
I just can't stop it. That's basically what the Merc of Danny Kim did on Worcester earlier, and the Merc came off second best, and the Porsche carried on. So
look, Perkins got nowhere to go. He's got there, and it's just hard work trying to get past 2 cars.
And these guys are going at it. Wozniak and Worcester, they're just like, huh, Perkins who?
And isn't Craig McConnell doing a good job with a pretty busted up Mercedes just up the road in front of them?
Look, after just sneaking out in front of that group there earlier, a lap or so ago, and then just wicking it up, getting it into the fence. And here again, Wozniak very deep under brakes. That car not stopping as well as I think he would like it to. That's where the fight is at the moment. Kim starting to attack the back of Rose. The Mercedes on Mercedes, mind you. I think both of them damaged.
Yep. But meanwhile, up the front, Davo, Webley with a 12 and a bit second lead over Nick Firth. Firth will welcome this result here after race 1 got away from him a little bit with a little bit of contact with Gunther Rowe. Perkins gets
passed.
The job done over Wozniak. But now
that's Lily Glass. That's Lily Glass just tucked in behind there. She was a part
out
of
position.
Out of position. Okay.
Yep. Croston 0.8 now. Is this the final lap?
I suspect so.
I believe it is. So Croston, if he's going to make this move, he's only got what he's got now, and he's right up on Goddard, but I think it's going to be a little too late.
Oh yeah, a little bit too far away maybe there.
As Webley comes down, 3, 2, 1. This will be it. He'll come around the final corner to take what was in the end a pretty easy victory. He's pretty excited about it. Didn't run out of fuel. Good stuff.
Got to go sandwich between Goebel and Kim there at the moment as well as we wind down. But yes, Webley bringing it across the line. Firth in second. Good to see.
Goddard holds out Crossland.
Goddard, Crossland, bam, bam.
And then Dawson, and then McConnell manages to hold off Worcester.
Oh, in a busted car.
And then Perkins, Wozniak, Foster. Man, there wouldn't be too many drivers out there that weren't engaged in a pretty spirited battle for the duration of that 15 minutes.
That was a very good. I thought race 1 was just like epic as, but look here, Kim's car damaged there. There's Gunther Rowe slowing now. Goebel finishing and Sykes heading towards the start-finish line. But yeah, like I said, oh man, race 1 was epic, and that just topped it right there straight away. Take some notes there, J-Man. So
we've got McConnell on board, mate. He's all over it.
Oh, lovely. That's what we want here. And ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We will be right back after a small intermission to go again in Rainlight Racing's 2025 GT4 Series. Round 4 here at Zolder. It'll be round 4, race 5. Ladies and gentlemen, when we come back, don't go anywhere. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone viewing live tonight here at MATCHFIT Entertainment. You have joined us once again for, well, not once again, you've joined us here for Quali 3, for Race 3 in Rainlight Racing's 2025 GT4 Series Round 4 at Zolder. Couple of epic races already. I'm Davo, J-Man right by my side. Look, we didn't think it was going to get any better after race 1, and it just did. Wow.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. Just saw Gunther Rowe head out first for Q3, but Macrolos there, I think he might have just let him go there, being probably one of the quickest cars out there in a single lap. So not sure what happened to so yeah, Costas Macrolos in race 2, but maybe mechanical or something there, which was a real shame. But the racing was fantastic.
Amazing. Full wet race, pretty well.
Yes.
I dried off a little bit towards the back end of it, but track was wet pretty much most of it. Really did throw a bit of a curveball at the boys, and it delivered in entertainment though, didn't it, mate?
Oh yes.
We love it. And particularly around here at Zolder, and particularly in a GT4 car. So it's sort of like it really does tick all the boxes. You know, low downforce cars, not a hell of a lot of tyre on them, and a tricky track like Zolder, and then just like open the heavens up and throw the rain on the track, and it was pretty good to watch, I tell you, as we just watch them. It's almost like watching them at Adelaide when they run across that first chicane. The way they jump in the air.
Yeah, you can launch them.
It is a full four-wheel launch sometimes. So,
too right.
But yeah, all the same, awesome to watch, and obviously, like we were just mentioning, race 2 in the rain, it really did throw a curveball at them, and they really had to rethink their strategies, and obviously they're jumping at the curbs to keep it all under control. But here we are, it's Q3, 5-minute qualifyings. It has been already 2 15-minute races, so a little bit of a triple whammy going on here again tonight. These guys literally will get one flying lap. They've got to get that banker in, J-Man, and then if they are out early enough on track, then they might get a second lap in.
So once again, Macrolos, unclassified first flyer.
Saw that.
Sees
saw
Gunther
that.
Rowe go to the top over Webley. So Gunther Rowe is a 36.3 over Webley's 36.4, 37.3 for McConnell. We go down Lily Glass, the next classified lap in there at a 37.7. So a lot of unclassified laps. Firthy about to fire one in there. What does he do? He goes P3 of the 36.850. And then just looking down as well, I think Gable, he's on his way to cross the line. What can he do? He's been looking good in race trim. He goes in there on a 38.4.
Top 10, yep.
So down to 15, we have lost one here for the final race of the night. Just trying to work out who that is.
Yeah, good question. So, Goebel rounding out the top 10. Provisionally, just in front, Sykes, Glass, Foster, McConnell, Kim in 5th, Firth in 4th. Firth in 4th, and the Firthenhausen 4th place.
Firthenhausen 4th. Yeah.
Perkins provisionally 3rd, Webley provisionally 2nd.
Macrolos to the top on a 35.9.
And wham bam, thank you, Bam. There goes Macrolos to the top. Oh, and then Webley quickly pips him. The timer has gone 0, so that's it, Red Rover. It's all over. Makalos still out of the lap. I don't know whether he actually got across there, J-Man.
It might have been really, really tight. The attitude of the car says that he got across in time because he's really pressing on, and he's got a couple of tenths up his sleeve.
He does,
so
he
if
does.
he can press on with it, it will be good enough. I mean, it's merely just going to swap sides.
Worth the effort. Obviously, Perkins still out, and Firth was still out and just run across the line to put himself in third position as well.
Yeah, good lap.
Perko here coming out of, what's that, the second to last corner, run up that back straight there towards the pit entry. Final chicane here.
Yeah, he's got a good number up his sleeve.
He does. He's going to go. This could be a 25,
maybe
35,
close
should I
to
say.
low 36, maybe a high 35, but I think 36.0. 36.1 goes P4.
Nearly pipped Firthy, but Firthy
and Macrolos did park it, so maybe he was out of time or he got a cut in there somewhere.
Worcester, who showed some great praise.
He'll be the last car to complete his lap.
Yes, towards the end of race 2 there.
And he's got a half a second. That's going to see him go up quite a way. Okay, so it does only a couple of spots.
Puts him in the top 10. So nice work from Worcester.
So there you go. Now, race 3 is the night race, 9 o'clock. That was an 8 p.m. That's 9 o'clock, so a little bit less natural light for this final race. And what will the weather do? We saw a wet one in the better part of race 2. So...
Yes, the ever very... Look, we love it when the guys that can control and wave the wands in the background here and change it up a little bit. It's really good entertainment for obviously us to call and you guys to watch. And yeah, it really keeps the drivers on their toes. So always entertaining. Could be night time. Could be raining. Who knows? Let's find out. That'll be coming soon. Look, we're going to thank obviously sponsors again. Crossy 43, as well as True to Life Racing Designs, and of course SIMBLACKS back on board once again. The guys here at Rainlight giving away weekly gift cards, and anybody that has on the terms and agree conditions for the grand giveaway at the end of the series could win a Neo X hub, ladies and gentlemen. Super
pretty cool stuff.
Pretty super bit of kit. If you're into all this sim stuff, which I suspect you are if you are viewing this right now. So thank you, SIMBLACKS, and thank you, Rainlight Racing, for bringing all that to us. J-Man, not too far away from the start. The points are being crunched live in the background to make sure
I'll give you an update on that.
We've got updates, have we? Okay, here we go.
Currently leading into race 3, Pete Dawson over Perkins, Craig McConnell, George Goddard, and then Worcester, Firth, Webley, Danny Kim, Foster, Macrolos. That is the top 10. So when you were to be a curveball with those mixed bag of results, obviously Webley running out of fuel in race 1, and then Macrolos with some sort of mechanical in race 2, sees the consistency of Pete Dawson take him to the top effectively for the box seat. Now, where did he qualify out of?
Who, Dawson?
Yeah. Okay, so is that the car we lost?
That might have been the car we lost. That actually, it is the car we've lost.
What a shame,
man. So there you
go. That puts Perko in the top spot effectively coming into this one with the loss of Dawson. So watch that space.
Oh, definitely. Look, Dawson right in amongst it all night, J-Man. So obviously someone's going to fill that spot, and we, like we just saw, we had the points up there, and Dawson definitely in amongst the top 5 there in the points. So that could hurt And where are we off to next week? Oh, of course, the Enduro, the final round, the 60-minuter at Nords, the Green Hell. That will be epic, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely one to tune into as the guys get ready. Lights on. It is definitely a night race. You can see 9 p.m. J-Man, like you mentioned.
Cue the lights.
Cue the light.
So Webley hasn't got his lights on.
Optimum track. No rain forecast, so got a clear run at it, albeit at 9 o'clock. So Wozniak, back of the pack start. Wozniak having a tough night after such a dominant performance last week. But them's the breaks in online sim racing, isn't it, brother? So
look at Webley's headlights compared to everyone else. It looks like he's got his park lights on. They are absolute rubbish. Spent all the money on engineering, I suspect, and good setup.
I can't even see his taillight. He might have his taillights on. I don't think he's got them on. He hasn't got them on.
He doesn't want to be seen.
He's going stealth mode tonight.
He is.
So, just wick the exposure up there, Brandon. You'll get it done as the boys weave, duck and weave and brake and just try and get a little bit of temperature into these tyres here. J-Man, temperatures are relatively low with 15 track and ambient temperature there here for race 3, round 4 at Zolder for Round Light Racing's 2025 GT4 series. So, yes, there's been plenty of action the last couple of races. It's just crazy. Like, seriously, the first race, I thought, that is mad. And then we throw the rain in for race 2, and it just was so much better. Waiting now for
one of the factors for race 3, Davo, will be the fact that it is optimum conditions.
Yes.
But the track temperature is down a good 5 degrees. It's 15 ambient, 15 track. So it's easily 5 degrees on the ambient, and it's an easily probably 9 degrees down on what would be an optimal track condition.
Yeah, absolutely. That will be another factor. Obviously, nighttime vision as well. We're going full night vision for Webley. We just see Dawson actually starting from the pits back in the server, which is awesome. So
good stuff. He knows he's in with a half a chance for a result here.
Webley, Macalos, Firth, Perkins, Rowe, McConnell, Kim, Foster, Goddard, Glass, top 10. Here we go.
We've got 2 cars on the fence. That'll be Danny Kim, and I think it'll be Goddard made the fence. And who's that? That's Worcester around turn 1. Lily Glass around. Steve Crosland around. Goebel around. Dawson here, he'll come and pick up a good 4 spots just by the nature of starting for pit lane and being out of trouble. Probably going to round up the 43, 27, maybe even the 23 as he comes out the lane here. No, he doesn't get the 23.
Plenty going on.
Yeah, Firthy going to battle now with Perko and McConnell. But hey, look, that was just unfortunate. Into turn 1. Now Macrolos, different conditions. We saw how strong Webley was in the rain. We saw how good Macrolos was race 1 in the dry. Webley's got it by track position at the moment, but this is going to be heavily contested.
It's put a big gap in the field, J-Man. I think
they have already.
Wozniak back, obviously, due to the action. I think it's Sykes, and then there's a massive gap. 10 seconds back to Goebel. So Sykes just sneaking through that as well, but Macalos trying to go with Webley. Perkins, we talked about Perkins. Oh, it's so fast.
McConnell, Firth.
Immediately, it's on.
Oh, mate.
Who's right there?
Like
Gunther Rowe.
It
The
was like
Mercs.
like it never ended.
Tight staff. So, Firth, always a little bit conservative on lap 1, I feel. And
Yeah, he kind
definitely
of lets the race come to him, does Nick Firth. But Macrolos and Webley, just the ability just to go to 180 beats a minute straight away.
Oh, unbelievable. I think Gunther Rowe actually is really good on a cold tyre as well. The guy just gets
A
it.
little wiggle there from Webley. He's going to give Macrolos a run down the outside. I think he's already got it done. Sweeps across the nose.
Nice work. So that tiniest of mistakes.
Just remember, based on those results, 2 guys that I just mentioned, Lee Perkins, with obviously Dawson starting from the back and only up to P13 already. I still think if Perkins can bring home a podium here, he'll get the overall for the round. And he's currently sitting in P3. He's a long way to go with 12 minutes left in this race. But
yeah.
I think Perkins in the box seat for a very, very good result tonight.
Yeah, it is a long way to go in the overall scheme of the race, but not in time-wise. Such quick races here, 15-minute races. So, look, really got to get it done. He's just really got to keep his nose clean, doesn't he, and just stay.
Yep, Rowe dropping. Rowe in the fence here. Something's happened to the 580. Mercedes at Gunther Rowe.
Just picking up on that now. Just a little bit of an unforced error into the final chicane there, Jamie.
Yep.
Just locking.
Webley. Webley out in the dirty stuff, looking for a move around the outside. Just didn't pay off. But man, he threw it up there. He's not gonna give up on this one, I don't think. Is
the Porsche. Well, at the hands of Webley, really does like that corner. He can make that thing dig in if he gets the right line on it. And we saw it when he overtook earlier. So
all of these guys over the curb now, Davo, through chicane, first chicane, just incredibly sending it now.
Oh, Danny Kim on the Maserati of Foster.
Yeah, beautiful move down the inside.
Good clean stuff, these guys. Oh, really close.
Beautiful pass.
That's got Wozniak in the background there. Good, solid racing from Foster tonight, J-Man, in the Mazda. That car seems to have come on towards the end of the season, eh?
Yeah, very much so. Does look good. Dawson just working his way. Just let this race come to him. He can't wait for too long, but he's got Goebel up in front of him. And then Rowe after that. So hopefully he can work his way forward, see if he can get himself in the 10 and see what that'll do for his overall result. But 0.9 the difference between Macrolos over Webley. About the same for Lee Perkins. Firthy, bit of a gap there. Lonely race for Firthy, actually. He's sitting out there in 4th, 2.93 seconds off of Perkins. And around 2.5 seconds up the road for McConnell, who's got his hands full of Danny Kim and James Foster as well. That Maserati really just loving this racetrack. Dawson now 0.7. So I see the bonnet up on the Goebel car. I think that was a result of that turn 1 incident, Davo.
Yeah.
It's going to cost a little bit of straight line speed, and Dawson's car, by nature, starting from the pit lane and avoiding all that carnage, looks very, very clean. So
yeah, that could benefit well and truly benefit him towards the end of this race. Plenty going on mid-pack here.
Foster, Kim, Goddard.
McConnell. Yeah. Over the rear wing of McConnell's car there. That is Wozniak in the background as well, who was to and froed a little bit throughout the field. He sort of gets up and then just falls off. Tough night for him. We've got Worcester and Crossland as well. in the background here. Great racing from Worcester tonight. Finds himself. I think he got tangled up into that in that lap one stuff there, J-Man.
Yeah.
So definitely in recovery mode. And we know, like you mentioned, Crossy in the 43, SIMBLACKS, Camaro also got tangled up in that too. So both recovering from that. As we get back up the front here,
Danny Kim, McConnell.
Oh.
Also Perkins starting to put some serious pressure now on Webley. Webley with a big bounce over the curb. I'll tell you what, he's going to be running out of cuts because I've seen him send it there pretty big the last 2 laps.
Perkins very quick in this GT4 McLaren, particularly very handy in a GT4 car is Perkins. I feel, J-Man, he's just got the right driving style for it. So interesting little exchange there. So we'll just watch a bit of a replay here. Like you mentioned, Webley with a little bit of an untidy exit out of the first chicane. Gave Perkins a sniff down into the second chicane. Both of them untidy.
Just cover me here for a second, Dave.
Yep, but Perkins there losing out over Webley. So it's just a to and fro battle between these guys. Here we go. Look at this. It's on. Kim losing a position to Foster. Foster running very wide. Just gathers it up. Vulnerable to Kim on the inside there. Got Sykes in the background. Dawson on Goebel, even further back there. Wozniak, Sykes. Sykes, Wozniak. So that was Sykes actually past Wozniak, I think, there. With Wozniak flashing the lights. Those guys at it. We've got to get back to this one, though. The McConnell, Foster, Kim Goddard battle. Look at this lot. Still 5 minutes yet to run. Final race of the night.
Fantastic.
And
still
these guys, they just haven't let up, J-Man. Like, these guys, pretty well in races this short, these guys are locked in from start to finish.
The Dawson had got through while I was away on Goebel. However, it's a little bit of a way up the road to Roe Wozniak.
Perkins and Webley, J-Man. This is the top of the field here.
And this will just really cement the final result for the round. If he can get this one more, he's got enough in the bag now. He doesn't have to do anything to take the overall.
Perkins.
Yeah, Perkins basically in the box seat.
Okay, so we got Kim over Foster there in the background as well. I think those guys have traded places a couple of times in the last couple of laps. So that is an ongoing... Oh, you see Kim very deep under brace.
Oh, McConnell super sideways just up the road in front of them, out of the chicane. He had a big handful of opposite lock. And that has allowed Kim to just be right back on him.
Yeah, he just sort of sniffed the blood there, I think, a little bit too.
Oh, so who's that? Worcester going backwards.
So McConnell, one eye on the road, one eye on the mirror there. Perkins still in attacking range of Webley. We've only got about 3.5 minutes here to run. Worcester and Crossland still at the back of the pack, not being able to make any gain. Well back. Foster and Kim, it is on here. These guys not giving up. It is the Maserati v the 2 Mercedes in front. Foster making a really good show of it, J-Man.
Oh, it's brilliant. Good to see the Maserati.
It's the one and only
competitive.
Mazda
Yep.
in the field, so.
And he just looks like he can hold a tighter line at the apex, the entry and the mid phase. You look, he just can come off a little shallower.
The car, it looks like he's working for it though.
Does.
It looks a little agitated, but he's making it work. Plenty of input going in there. Oh, as we see.
Oh, there's a run here for Kim. Around the outside, can he make it stick? But McConnell did a good job covering that outside line there.
So Kim with a big jump. Like I said, looks like they're going across the first chicane at Adelaide.
Yeah, and the attitude of George Goddard's car in the background was epic. Just fired it down the hill into that chicane behind these three. Just an absolute send down there.
Yeah.
So status quo at the top. Macrolos 3 seconds over Webley. Not sure what the start-finish flag marshal's waving. It's a black flag with an orange dot. Not sure if someone's got an oil leak or something, but
yeah.
I've seen him pull it out a few times now. Danny Kim, Craig McConnell.
And that's Foster tucked in behind in the Mazda.
Great battle from these three for the duration of this race.
Yeah, Goddard and Firth, like they're all just sort of like one or two either side of that. That whole battle has been sort of dragged into that throughout the race. But these guys,
and Worcester going side by side through turn 1, through turn 2, still side by side. Still got to be side by side into 3. Haven't worked out who going to come out here in front. Still side by side. And Worcester gets the better of it. Took a while to organise that.
So battles all the way through the field. Worcester in 15th and Crossan in 16th. Rounding out the back end of the pack there. And still a fight going on, J-Man, as we continue to watch this McConnell-Kim Foster battle. It is intense.
So, Macrolos on the final lap now.
Oh, a bit of an awkward run out of the final corner. McConnell's vulnerable. Oh, look at these two. We've got a bird's eye view out of Foster's Maserati. These guys covering here.
Oh, a little bit
and
of a
it's on. Oh, no. Bit of gizzing going on there in the one.
Foster's looking good for an outside move here.
Can he make the Mazda stick, J-Man?
Can he get a twofer? He can. He won't give that up.
You watch that.
Give up a top 5. There's no way.
You watch him wring the neck of that Maserati all the way to the finish line.
Look at that.
Look at the sideways.
He's ragging it. Absolutely ragging it on the final lap. I don't think he's happy about what he just did.
So Kim
sends it over the chicane one more time.
Yeah. Literally just jumps the chicane in pursuit of that Maserati of Foster's.
Yeah.
I think there might be a little bit of using it up license final lap here.
There was a bit of use it while you've got it. I'll tell you what, it worked for him there because Danny Kim was coming.
Yep. And, yeah, just definitely chose the right corner to do it in. So, again, you can hear that Mazda revving.
Across the line.
So, nice work from Macrolos. Webley in quick, very close behind him, and Perkins right behind him. Firthy, like you said, a little bit of clean air for Firthy. He'd be quite happy to take that clean air fourth from the Firthy's Firthenhausen Porsche.
And how's this? Foster for a top 5. Gets that
cool,
Mazda
these
humming.
ones. Look at this lot.
McConnell, Danny Kim, McConnell, Goddard, Sykes, and then Wozniak for a top 10. Gunther Rowe, PD. Goebel, Glass, cross and attacking Glass out of the final two corners. Got a half a chance
here
here
we
to get
go.
one across the line.
The grunt of the Chevy is
Gets it
going to
done.
do it. He's done
It
it.
just tips Lily for 14th spot, and then Worcester rounds out the field for 16th. So we will just ponder that. That race as we just wait for these provisional results to come through. But I think you're going to find it's going to look a little bit something like Perkins. Maybe I feel like McConnell's going to be right in there. And possibly Firth. I think Firth's looking good for an overall third outright. And I feel like McConnell could be potentially looking for a second outright here. Drop down to 7 late in the piece, so that might hurt him a little bit. But he'll be on the abacus very, very frantically as we speak.
Quick smart, J-Man, no doubt. As we start to wrap up the night, before we do some post-race chats with the boys. But again, we're gonna thank Rain Light Racing for that. What was round 4 here at Zolder in their 2025 GT4 series, obviously brought to you by Crossy 43. True to life racing designs, and as always with Rain Light Racing, the good people at SIMBLACKS on board once again in 2025 and giving away some awesome stuff like we mentioned earlier. You can see on screen there, they're throwing $50 away. They're just like flicking it out every week, and they're also giving away a Neo X Hub random draw, ladies and gentlemen, if you meet all the terms and conditions for the prize at the end of the series, which is next week. So
Waterschleife, 160-minute race.
Yep.
Will be due then, and the results are in.
The results are in, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a bit of a shake-up, I can tell you. Well, the first guy will be Craig McConnell, followed by Brandon Wilkie, and then Mr. Perkins. So we shall grab Mr. Craig McConnell down for a chat. He was frantically on the abacus, and now he gets to join us after what was a pretty successful.
That's awesome.
Successful bloody campaign for the night, Craig. Very, very good racing, mate. You have to be happy with that.
Oh, I'm ecstatic, especially I crashed halfway through the second race. I got a big screen freeze, and I just got past Pete, and I got a big screen freeze, and it just biffed me into the wall.
We might have seen that one.
And I was driving with a 90-degree steering wheel for that last part of that second race.
Ouch. Yep.
And then I told myself I just needed to stay behind Firth to get third. And then,
well, we talked about it during the race, Craig, and the ability for you just to hang on there because the bonnet was up and it looked at all sorts, mate. But you did it. You actually had to hang on for quite a while too.
Yeah, and Ken and them were catching me, like that back bunch were catching me. And I just thought, well, rather than going to pits, I got to just sort of just drive it out and see what happens and try and maximize the damage, I guess, minimize the damage. But no, I'm stoked with third. Like that's
Yeah, hey, look, and to be honest, mate, mathematically, up till about 3 laps to go, I can't help but feel like you're in the running for second overall. Right up to late in the piece there, obviously a little bit of trading places there, and I just knocked you back one.
I gave Kim's fast, and he's got really clean lines, and he's very hard to keep behind you. So I had to think carefully about how I kept them behind me without blocking him, but I had to block him. But he was fast and he was putting me off my lines, and then we came together, and I wasn't sure whether I needed to redress it or not, but I did anyway. And we both lost the spot to the Maserati. I forgot.
James Foster. James Foster, who raced fantastically tonight.
Yeah, he just heaps the pressure on if he's behind you. He's just they're just right on you the whole time, and he's just very hard to shake. And luckily I managed to get through that chicane all right a couple of times. It gives you a little bit of breathing room if they have a bad one. But I don't know how Kim was launching over it the way he did. Like he was just sending it, and Yeah, but yeah, so no, I'm happy overall. So yeah,
You should be.
Yeah, no, fantastic
effort.
result, Craig, and looking forward to Nordschleife next week, mate. And mate, what a fantastic series you guys have put on. The racing's been nothing short of fantastic, and the intensity that you boys bring from lap 1 and these 15-minute runs is crazy. It's you guys are just full bore into it from lap 1. It's just unbelievable the intensity of the racing that's out there at the moment. So well done on that. That's a very good, consistent result for the night. Congrats.
yeah, no, thank you, and thanks for the call too. Like it's good watching the stream back. I can't wait to watch this one back because it looks like there's a bit of action throughout the race. So, yeah.
100%.
There is plenty going on, brother.
It's a pleasure, Craig. Thanks for
all
talking
good.
to us,
Cheers,
mate.
boys.
Enjoy. Cheers.
Nice, mate.
All right, so that was Craig McConnell out of third, outright overall for the night here with this triple header. Second overall for the night, and he'll be a little surprised about this. Had some issues tonight, had some fuel issues and all sorts of stuff going on. But Brandon Webley comes away with the second overall. That's the goods.
Did I get second overall, did I?
You sure did, my friend. You'd have to be happy with that.
Yeah, I'll take it. Like I ran out of fuel on the first race, and the rain race really obviously suited the Porsche for some reason, and then Costa just destroyed me in the last race. So yeah.
Yeah, no, fantastic result. It could be good points haul to come back there, Webley. Definitely looking the goods. That's came into this one pretty comfortable. You had a reasonable lead over Prin Tracy, who was away. Nick Firth was out of third, but look, I think that you've come in and certainly bolstered your lead in the championship heading to that final round at Nordschleife next week. How comfortable do you think you'll be there in the Porsche next week?
Not very comfortable at all. It's probably by far my worst track. So yeah, I'll probably just have to do a bit of practice maybe. But I've got no idea, but hopefully I do it right.
Yeah, no, hey, looking good at the moment, mate. We get the obviously the ability to call you a little bit these days, and you're in a bit of a sweet spot of form. So long may it last, mate. But congrats on tonight. Good comeback.
Cheers. Thanks for the broadcast.
Cheers, mate. All right, so that was Brandon Webley.
And last but not least,
second position. Now, where is our main man for the night? Mr. Perkins. Oh, he may have left us. He may have just bailed on this chance to just come and take his little bit of fame here. But hopefully he's listening to the stream and maybe jumps back in channel, because this guy just consistently punched the numbers all night.
Definitely.
And it just saw him, come out with the goods. So I think in the interim, maybe we'll just have a quick chat to another guy.
Yeah, definitely. I think we called it before race start, actually, at the beginning of the night, given his performance for the last couple of weeks. So definitely one to watch in that McLaren, in the GT4 format. So yeah, definitely always one to watch, and worthy. And you actually called it early, I think at the end of race 2 there, that he could come away with the lead tonight if he kept it clean in race 2, and he more than delivered, I tell you. So
yeah, he did.
So
anyway,
awesome.
It doesn't look like we're going to get to have a chat to Mr. Lee Perkins.
That's
but
okay.
I know he's got some fans out there, and hey, look, it was a very, very solid drive tonight. Just super consistent. Showed how good he is in that GT4 McLaren. So good stuff from Lee Perkins tonight. Congratulations on the victory. It's very well earned on what is a tough field. When you're consistently up against the likes of Webley and Macrolos and Firth, all these guys, they're all real quick operators. So well done. And fantastic call, Dave. I think I'll let you wrap this one up, and we'll unwind.
We will unwind. Thanks, J-Man. Yes, and again, a great, awesome night of racing. Once again at Rainlight Racing for their 2025 GT4 series. That was round 4 at Zolder, and Yeah, crazy stuff. Good quality racing. Once again, tough field. Literally 16 cars on track, and there's not much room between these guys. So, yeah, hard gig for the boys again tonight here at Zolder. Join us again next week. It's going to get bigger and better because we're going to Nords and we're going to do 60 minutes. It's going to be friggin' awesome. Come and join us again. We're going to thank Crossy43, True to Life Racing Designs, and again, SIMBLACKS for all their support once again for Round Light Racing in 2025. That's it for us here at MATCHFIT Entertainment. Join us next week. Hit the like and subscribe. Bye for now.